from Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City, this is the USL, where this evening, Oklahoma City Energy, off a 7-game winless run, take on Phoenix Rising off a brilliant 4-3 victory on Friday night against LA Galaxy 2, coming back from 3-1 down in the second half to win 4-3. And it is with the visitors that we begin. Chris Whittingham, Garrett Bailey with you for commentary. This one, as we show you here, some of the goals they've scored. They've had a flair for the dramatic of late, for game-tying or winning goals in the 78th minute or later, Garrett.
Yes, scored 10 out of 14 after halftime, but such talent going forward. And of course, that man, one of the superstars of world football, Didier Drogba.
And they've made a bunch of changes tonight, 7 changes to their starting lineup. We'll bring you those coming up next. But now on to Oklahoma City Energy. It has very much not been a goal-scoring form for them. Without a goal in their last 4 games, they haven't scored at home since the opening day of the season.
And they certainly deserve to. Plenty of chances, none going in the back of the net. So they welcome new signing Christian Valeski from St. Louis. He scored 18-30, 29 in the last 92. That's nearly 1 in 3, Chris. That man on your screen there could make all the difference.
Yes, and he will partner with Jose Angulo up top, the number 9 and the number 12 tonight. Certainly the players to watch in the attack for Oklahoma City Energy. Partnered in St. Louis last year. Valeski scoring 8 times a year ago. Angulo was traded to Oklahoma City mid-season and will now look to try and partner with Valeski once again to success in Oklahoma City. We'll bring you this one coming up next. Starting lineups for Oklahoma City and Phoenix. Oklahoma City looking to end a 7-game run without a victory. And they'll try to do so next against Phoenix Rising. You're watching the USL.
Find your Mercy primary care doctor at mercy.net/energy.
Success is achieved through hard work, and many business owners work tirelessly for years to realize the dream of franchising their business. FFB partners with companies of all sizes every day and offers an extensive variety of treasury services. FFB will outline a plan just for you, help you streamline cash flow, and monitor your business transactions. Because we know you've got better things to do, like grow your business. FFB, we go where you go.
I'd always wanted to get braces, always considered it, thought about it. You know, how long is this gonna take? Am I too old to do this? What am I gonna look like with braces on? With payment options and everything else, nothing's hindering me now, I just need to go ahead and do it. The staff, for one, is awesome. The doctor's great. I know I had friends growing up saying, oh, it hurts. I didn't have that experience. I can't wait to see my teeth without being masked by wires, right? Hindsight, I would have done it again 100 times over.
Welcome back to live coverage of USL Soccer, where this evening Oklahoma City Energy play host to Phoenix Rising. Oklahoma City on a 7-game run without a victory. Phoenix coming in off a victory over LA Galaxy 2 by 4-3. The 4 goals that Phoenix scored in that game, more than Oklahoma City have scored all season. As we take a look at the starting 11 for Phoenix Rising, 7 changes, Gary Bailey, from the team that beat LA Galaxy 2 on Friday night.
Yeah, it's a huge number of changes. I understand they're playing every 3 or 4 days, so you have to rotate. But 7 in one go. So, yeah, a couple of players have kept their positions. Mike DeFont at centre-back alongside Joe Farrell. Victor Vasquez as well. So at least there's some solid nature to the back 4. 3 of them the same. Changing goalkeeper. No, Didier Drogba, where is he? I wanted to watch him.
He's 40 years old, and he's going to get a day off. He's also a part owner of the team, so he can decide when he wants to play. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma City, just the one change, and that is up top with Christian Valeski leading the line. He is new into the team, coming in midweek as a transfer from St. Louis. He'll partner with Jose Angulo.
So excited to see Christian Valeski slot in there. To be honest, OKC have been so unlucky. Watching them against Swope last week, 5 or 6 chances. It should have gone in. They got caught with a sucker punch and a penalty. So I think this OKC team is capable of so much more. And if Phoenix are playing a weakened team today, Chris, this could be OKC's chance to get themselves a good win and get their season up and running.
Moving to a 4-4-2 as you get a look at the manager, Steve Cook. We had the chance to talk with him, didn't we, Gary, during the week, and he was still very positive. I asked him if he felt like the morale of the team was still good. He said, I know that we're still in a good place and we feel like we can go on, kick on, and eventually get this season turned around, as you have a look also at the Phoenix manager, Patrice Carteron.
Yeah, both managers, a whole different perspective. Patrice giving his team a bit of rotation. And mind you, if they win this, they go top of the league. So he must be looking at his situation very positively. For Steve, amazing that he is seeing things so positively given what's happened. I mean, 7 straight losses. You've got to be wondering, but he was solid with us. He said he knows his team is good. He says they know they are good. And he expects to get results. And I think today is the day. If you're playing a weakened Phoenix Rising team, they must be saying to each other, OKC, come on, guys. If we can get our season going, this is the day for us.
Yeah, and he feels like if they get that first victory, that first goal, then the duct is going to break, and Oklahoma City can get off to winning ways. As we're just about set to get kicked off here from Taft Stadium, Marcos de Oliveira gets us started, and we are underway. Chris Whitty and Gary Bailey on commentary. This one, Oklahoma City Energy playing host to Phoenix Rising. Oklahoma City wearing their home whites with the green and blue trim. Phoenix in their away orange this evening. Red orange, burnt orange you can call it as well. As Oklahoma City coming in have not scored since the 6th minute of the opening game of the season on their home ground. Steve Cook saying we have to give our fans something to smile about, something to cheer about, and they'll look to do so this evening. Phoenix, meanwhile, certainly did that on Friday night, coming back from 3-1 down to win 4-3. Didier Drogba sending in a corner that led to the 3-3, converting a penalty that led to the 4-3. They beat LA Galaxy 2 by 4-3 in what was an enthralling encounter a week ago as the throw-in is sent into the penalty area towards the new man, Christian Valeski, who will wear jersey number 12 this evening. As the throw-in is again sent in. This time it's Jose Angulo on the edge of the penalty area. Defended well by Victor Vasquez, who will play at left back, as it will be a corner for Oklahoma City. Energy FC and Arvis Bank have teamed to add a new element to home matches for OKC. The first ball that leaves the field of play and makes it into the stands is for that person to keep. But once again, engaging in a bit of community positivity, as there will be a corner here for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, a little bit of wind blowing. We saw in the corner flag there, and there you can see it there. So is he going to send it out and bend it in towards the goalkeeper? Let's see what Christian Valeski can do.
As the left-footed in-swinger is sent in, dealt with on that near post. Justin Chavez flying in to try and play it. Play on, says our matchday referee. And now Phoenix will try and counter-attack. Cut out well there by Kyle Highland, as racing forward was Gladson Awako, the Ghanaian. Mentioned the surplus of changes coming into the team. Kevon Frater looks to be leading the line at the moment, with Awako in behind him.
Yeah, 7 changes is a lot. Normally you can change 2 or 3 and keep your structure. It's a very brave move by Patrice Carteron, and obviously he feels very confident the way his team are playing.
Play on, says Marcos de Oliveira. Here's John Brown. They'll play in the run of Kyle Highland, who's come forward. His cross is sent in, and it's cut out, or actually did not come off him in the end. It was James Musa who was slotted into center back this evening, dropping in a bit from his normal central midfield position.
Yeah, Kyle Highland with a chance to get one back. There were 2 white shirts in that box there. As a left fullback, I'm expecting him to be able to pull the ball back into that danger area. Wasn't able to do it. And that's what's going to be necessary for OKC. When you get into good areas, you want that final product, good ball in the box, give your strikers a chance to score.
Zach Lubin will take the goal kick in his first start for Phoenix of the campaign. In USL previously with Tulsa Roughnecks and Sewell Park Rangers. That's a good ball played there, as Highland is there to cut it out. Here's Chris Cortez. And he is tripped up there by Jose Barril. It'll be a free kick. Cortez notching a hat trick in the first meeting of the campaign between these two sides on match day 2. Phoenix winning that one by 4-1, as will be a free kick and a talking to from our referee as you get a look here at the challenge from Jose Barril.
Yeah, it's silly putting your foot out. You've got people covering you, and it's a soft free kick to give away. And he's a big number 9, isn't he, Chris Cortez? If he gets a decent ball put into that danger area, he's going to be a handful.
In his 3rd season with Phoenix, 15 goals and 10 assists coming into the campaign. Now at 18 and 11. As will be Alessandro Righi to send in the free kick. It's a dangerous one towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Cut up by Andrews, and Van Oekel reaching high to hold on to that one.
Yeah, good ball into the box. Any decent service is going to cause a few problems there. And OKC, if they want to win this match, are going to tighten up in defense, not give away silly free kicks around the edge of your box.
Conceded the joint most goals in the Western Conference, giving up 14 in 8 matches. And scoring the joint fewest in all of USL with just 3 goals on the campaign. Yep. As Chavez is going to win the ball in the center of the park off of Owako. Angulo tried to play it back, but couldn't quite sort his feet out, and won back by Phoenix. Here's Cortez. He's going to send it for the run of Frater. He'll charge on towards the byline. It's still on for Kevon Frater. He can pull it back towards Righi. Cut out well by Jose Barril, and Ibiaga will take care of the business.
Well, OKC defending in the end, but looked a little bit dangerous. They're allowing Phoenix a little bit too much space in and around their box.
And there's the new man, Valesky, who is tugged down out of the way to the challenge. It will be a free kick.
Good free kick one. I'm not so sure how much contact there was, but he's putting pressure on the ref, saying, come on, ref. I was through one-on-one. It should be more than just a free kick. He was getting pulled back a little bit, but I don't know if it's enough to pull you to the ground, though.
It was Joe Farrell who got his hands on Christian Valesky, who is the new signing coming over from St. Louis. Does have a goal on this campaign with St. Louis FC, making the transfer in the week. Scored 8 times in 30 matches for St. Louis a year ago, and partnered with the number 9 for OKC, Jose Angulo, for the beginning part of the season. For Angulo made his way to Oklahoma City in a mid-season transfer. As it will be Angulo who will take the free kick and punts it into the supporter section.
I'm not quite sure what that was. Was that meant to be a free kick into the box for the strikers? It's gone way past everybody there. And again, that's the quality. We're just saying you need to put quality in the box to give the strikers a chance.
These teams have faced each other 10 times in USL. It being even, 4 wins apiece and 2 draws. The goal kick is taken by Phoenix Rising. They have yet to lose away from home on their travels. 2 wins and a draw in 3 matches. There's now opportunities on here for Alex Dixon charging forward. He actually tried to take the shot on. It might still fall for Alex Dixon. Here is Alex Dixon. He's going to poke it through towards John Brown. And coming across very well was Victor Vasquez, or James Musa rather.
A little bit of excitement there for OKC. Some nice dribbling, nice possibilities. This is what the fans want to see, the home fans. They want to see them pushing forward. Here we have a look at it again. Nice skills on the edge of the box here. Oh, maybe a slightly better ball, and it could have been the first goal.
It's just been that final ball, that quality in either the shot or the pass that has eluded Oklahoma City Energy in this campaign, as Brown is over to take the corner. He'll loft it in towards that back post. Trying to sneak in there was Valesky, and the header is away for a throw.
Yeah, applause for the Brown corner. It was a very good ball into the box there, and that's the sort of quality they'll be looking forward to for the rest of this match.
Richard Dixon will send in the long throw. By DeFont, taken on the volley. And it did take a deflection on the way through. It'll be another corner.
Good pressure for the home side. Let's see if there's another decent ball in from John Brown.
Here is the Welshman. Plenty of interesting locales where players come from and last played in. John Brown coming over from the Bangladesh League as it's sent in towards the penalty area. Opportunity might still be on for Valesky. It will fall for Alex Dixon, but the referee had blown for a foul challenge. It looked like Lubin was impeded in trying to come out to punch.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought that could be the first goal for OKC for quite a while. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, it was just bobbling around. Keeper maybe got impeded on the way out. Let's have a look. It just needs a bit of luck. Didn't quite drop for OKC there. But there you see the quality of the ball in the box. That's what causes the problems.
Oklahoma City in the ascendancy to start this one. On a Wednesday night, you will see a few more of these in USL this season, with the league schedule moving from 32 to 34 games. As the header is sent on by Valesky, Brown is going to try and put some pressure on. Sent forward. Chavez there to deal with it. This will be Wakasa, who is settled in at right back, coming across there to play the ball. There's Alex Dixon. That right flank populated by two Dixons, and Richard and Alex. There's Kevon Lambert. A wide here for Cody Wakasa, who's playing at right back, the Belmont, California native. Make up that back four along with Joe Farrell, James Musa, and there is Mike DeFont, who's playing at left back this evening. Could even be seen as a back three in some respects, with Victor Vasquez getting well forward. As his clip into the penalty area towards that back post. Chris Cortez, the captain, who's slotted in on that right-hand side, unable to get on the other end of that service.
Yeah, it was a good idea. You know, he saw the run, wanted to get a dangerous ball into the box. Positive from Phoenix. They're sort of controlling midfield, got the ball, looking for dangerous balls in the box. So nice bright opening. Both sides, creative, positive, trying to get, you know, the balls into danger areas. So hopefully it's going to lead to some goals.
As Van Oekel will send it long. Van Oekel, the former Real Salt Lake goalkeeper a season ago. True enough, positive reviews from his work in NASL. Make the move up to MLS. Did not quite come off for him, so now in USL with Oklahoma City. This ball is sent long for Kevon Frater to chase, and the flag did come up for offside.
Good defensive line held by OKC there. It's the right thing to do. You don't want to give the opposition easy balls into your box, so got to be disciplined, hold that line, play the offside trap.
Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Oklahoma City, as we've mentioned, plenty in the opening stages, +7 on the bounce. It's their longest ever run without a victory or a draw. They lost 5 in a row 5 times in their expansion year.
Well, I've got to say, Chris, they were so unlucky. Watching them against Swope, they could have won that 3 or 4. Got caught with a sucker punch. Even against Reno, I thought they were the better side in terms of chances created. But the bottom line is, as positive as the coach is, as positive as the players are, you've got to start getting points. You've got to get points on the board, and today is the ideal chance for them with a weakened Phoenix Rising team.
Awako leaving it for Kevon Lambert. He losing out in possession. Does look at times like a back 3 or a back 5 for Phoenix. There's DeFont. Joe Farrell. He almost losing out possession to Valesky, and does in the end give the ball away. Here's John Brown. There's the new man, Valesky. Henderson, Nevada native. Justin Chavez. Just sorting his feet out and playing it for Christian Ibiaga. 5 players on the side who've started every game for Oklahoma City. Now Badio with a pocket of space. Wants the run of Dixon. Eventually give it to him, and now back for Richard Dixon. Decent run of possession here for Oklahoma City. Cody Andrews. Chavez going to try and clip the ball over the top and towards Valesky. Cut out well on the edge of the area there by Farrell. And now Wakasa. Left a bit too much of it for Brown. Now Highland. And Awako able to win back for Phoenix Rising. Perhaps a counter-attacking opportunity on for Phoenix. Clip from behind is Cortez by Kyle Highland. It'll be a free kick.
Yeah, some good play from Phoenix Rising, playing their way beautifully out of the back there of defense. And they're winning the free kick. Again, is it necessary to give that free kick away? Kyle Highland there bringing him down. I know he's chasing back, but he had a defender right in front of him. There's enough white shirts to deal with the problem.
Rigi. He scored in 2 games running. Off the bench to score against Fresno. Scored as a starter against LA Galaxy 2 as he gives the ball away. Well done by Angulo to maintain possession and try and play in Valesky. Acres of space for him to run into, but off the artificial surface, the ball running all the way to Zach Lubin.
Nice idea, looking for that space, looking to get a dangerous ball through. Very positive. So, as I said earlier, good signs from both sides that they want to play exciting football, something for the crowd to enjoy.
James Musa. Kevon Lambert, the Jamaican, coming back to receive the ball, 21 years of age, already with 9 senior caps for the Reggae Boys. Owako. Decent ball from Joe Farrell to find Cortez. Clips it for Frater. Leave it for Owako, who tried to spray it all the way out wide to Victor Vasquez, who lost his footing. Now Lambert can win the ball. Owako again for Wakasa. Solid build up here from the visitors as Victor Vasquez tries to whip in the cross. Came off of Alex Dixon on the way through. Now a bit of a tussle over there on that far side. Vasquez will win it back. The arm came up though from Richard Dixon. It'll be a free kick in a fairly dangerous position.
Yeah, it is a dangerous position. Body in the way. Is it an elbow up? I don't think so. Although he does seem to be, Vasquez does seem to be hurt. Let's have a look again. Bit of a tussle here, a little bit of wrestling going on. And then, yeah, he does. He puts out the elbow. That's the problem. And that hits you in the face. So you're lucky you don't get a yellow. There you go. Oh, it looks worse the more you see it. But a dangerous position. You're 100% right. Again, quality ball from Phoenix Rising. Necessary here to cause problems.
That was Victor Vasquez in for the suspended Amadou Dia, serving a 2-game suspension for a red card offense.
A bad red card defense as well, wasn't it? Offense, rather. Terrible tackle.
The free kick is sent in on the edge of the area, and there's the opening goal. It comes to the visitors.
Yeah, good finish. We said get quality in the box, see what happens. That ball bent right into the 6-yard box. Poor defending from OKC, but good finish there from Phoenix.
And it's Joe Farrell, the center back, coming forward for the set piece and nodding that one in. Joe Farrell, who did have goal-scoring form with Rochester Rhinos, scored 7 times as a central defender in Rochester. Now gives Phoenix Rising the lead.
Oh, it's a very good ball right into the 6-yard box. Keeper comes out, Matt Van Oekel sort of flapping a little bit. But he's got a free header there and some question marks about the defending. But it starts with giving away an unnecessary free kick on the edge of your box. Good ball in. And OKC have it all to do once again.
It has been a struggle for them, and now they'll certainly probably have some heads drop around the team. Not the start that Steve Cook would have wanted, particularly after some periods of positive play. And straight away, Badil giving the ball away. Rigi trying to carry on. Cut off by Dixon, but it still is an opportunity for Phoenix. There is Richard Dixon. Third time, let's eventually give the ball away. Going down was Frater. Play on, says our matchday referee. And the ball not running out of play. It's off of Oklahoma City for the Phoenix throw.
This is where OKC are going to have to be strong. 1-0 down against a very good Phoenix side who can go top if they win today. They've got to work their way back into this game. They mustn't let the last 7 defeats get to them. They're at home. They've played well so far. And as their coach says, got to keep it positive.
Oklahoma City have lost their last 4 at home to SPR, St. Louis, Portland Timbers 2, and Orange County. So here's Owako, can charge on. He'll try a long distance effort, but easy work for the goalkeeper Van Oekel in the end.
So what were you saying, Chris, about the last goal they scored was the first game of the season in what?
Yeah, first game it was against Tulsa Roughnecks in the Derby. It's their fellow Oklahoma side. In the 6th minute by Francis Atuahene, have not scored since.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is the day they're going to fix it. OKC.
goal in their last 6 matches. It's been a struggle for the side under new management this year. Steve Cook taking over from Jimmy Nielsen. Cook coming from the setup at Colorado Rapids. Worked his way up in that system. Last year was their interim manager. Set to carry on as assistant manager under the new coach, Anthony Hudson, electing instead to take his job here in Oklahoma City, and so far the results have not quite gone his way. This ball is played out wide towards the run of Frater, but he had drifted offside.
Nice and sharp from Phoenix. So it was concerned these 7 changes would weaken them. To be fair, the players have come in, have grabbed the opportunity to impress their manager, Patrice Carteron, and they've been quick, they've been sharp, they've been looking for opportunities, and they're 1-0 up. So far, Patrice has got to be a happy coach.
And if they win, they will go top of the Western Conference after 9 matches. They'll go level on points with Sacramento and be ahead on goal difference. As appeals for hands not given. Piling the potential offenders. Here's Valesky, chased down there by Lambert. Goes down under the weight of the challenge. Angulo with a decent turn, but away by Musa. No nonsense clearance.
Valesky looking to mark his debut with a goal or a couple of decent efforts anyway. So far, nothing really working out for him. But at least he's trying, at least he's threatening and causing some problems for that Phoenix defense.
Nice flick on there, attempted by Rigi, but cut up by Andrews. As you mentioned, Gary, plenty of changes by this Phoenix side, particularly in attacking areas. No Didier Drogba, no Solomon Asante, who's been one of their danger men. 4 goals and 2 assists on the campaign, and he starts on the bench, and so far, no problem.
Yep, so far no problem, and they can always throw him on. Played 17 times for Ghana. Asante, he's a decent player, very, very good player. Shows you the depth in this Phoenix side, and I guess Didier Drogba has been part of that, you know, as part owner and bringing himself into play. So it's a Phoenix side which their fans must be very excited about.
Chavez. And it's poorly given away there by Dixon, or rather Ibiaga. Now here's Cortez. Going to clip it in towards Rigi, who's into the penalty area. If he can just pick out the right option, he'll try and send in the cross, but cut out by Andrews.
Took far too long to get that ball in there. But again, positive play by Phoenix, clever play. Opening up too many gaps in OKC's defense. That's got to be the big question mark. The big man, Cortez, there with a lovely ball through. And I'm just thinking, Rigi there, just early, before you get the block.
Didn't have too many runners available, but could have potentially send that service in a bit quicker. Now Rigi will take the corner. Scored off a set play with Farrell nodding in the opener as Rigi will send it in towards the edge of the area. Another header comes in, and there's the second. And it's another defender. This time it's Mike DeFont, the defender from Osnay, New York, making it 2-0 to the visitors.
Another good set piece, another good header, and some more poor defending in the box from OKC. Look at it again. It's a good ball in from Rigi. It's got pace, it's got power. He's left free to head that in. Come on, OKC, where's your defense? Yeah, 1 or 2 upset there at the back, but you've got to stay closer, you've got to stay tighter. Keeper's got no chance.
In ahead of the run of Justin Chavez, who is meant to be marking Mike DeFont. It's DeFont, another central defender, who has given Phoenix a 2-0 advantage.
Well, we had that stat beforehand that we were talking about, Chris, that Phoenix have scored 10 of their 14 goals after half-time. Today they've changed things around. Good early start, 2-0 up after 22 minutes. Yeah, you can see the players there are very, very pleased with that positive start. And for OKC, it's a tough one, but they've got to try and come back. This is a great opportunity at home against what should be a weakened Phoenix side, but they've got a mountain to climb now.
And certainly, as you mentioned, the depth of this Phoenix side to make 7 changes from what is a pretty customary regular starting 11 and to go on the road and be 2-0 up after 22 minutes. It's a really professional performance so far from them.
It is a very brave performance or decision by the coach, Patrice Carteron, to make so many changes, because if it backfires, suddenly your chance to go top of the Western Conference disappears. And instead, it's all working out for him perfectly so far. If you're an OKC fan, you're thinking, come on, guys, we can still get back into this match. We're at home. surely the goals have to flow at some stage.
That goalless drought now up to 452 minutes. Last goal came in March. It's been a long time, particularly for the home supporters as well. Spending their money to come to the ground and not seeing goals. It's not what anyone involved with this setup wants to see. And now trying to come back from 2-0 down. The other thing too is they brought in an addition, a striking addition to try and change the math, and there is Valesky, who was fouled there. Even that bounce hasn't quite taken effect yet either.
Well, he needs time to score, but what you can't do is be giving goals in at the other end. Again, 2 set pieces, 2 bits of poor marking. To be fair, 2 great crosses into the box, but you can't give away goals in defense and expect to win matches. So I'm sure Valesky's frustrated, but let's see if he can put one in the other end.
Be Jose Barrio, the Spaniard, to take this free kick. It is whipped in. It's decent service in. The header from Ibiaga. You see his frustration. And it just looped over the bar.
Yeah, good effort. That much further out. That free kick landing, what, 15 yards out. Even if you get a good header in, you're a long way out. The 2 goals were scored by balls knocked in 6-7 yards out there. Any header's going to cause problems. Go on, the OKC fans. Keep shouting. Keep playing those drums.
The Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like Terry Parker Solutions, Mom Maritas, and Buffalo Wild Wings on the Northwest Expressway. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold. Here's Barrio with an opportunity to carry on. Eventually cut out by Musa. Taken down very neatly by Cortez, but poked away by Highland. Much talk about the lack of goals from Oklahoma City. You see their struggle with defending set pieces, now conceded 16 in 9 matches.
There's a golden rule, Chris. If you're not scoring too many, then don't give any away. You know, if you have to win games by 1-0, so be it. But you start conceding 2 goals, now you've got to score 3, and you haven't scored for, what do you say, 2 months there? It starts to become a real mountain to climb. So I'm sure Steve Cook, the manager, is wondering, how do I stop this team conceding so many goals? That's a bit painful.
As James Musa clears, but straight off the head of Ibiaga, who is coming forward to press. Looks okay to carry on,
yeah,
but
he looks tough. Don't think you'll knock him down that easily.
Did come all the way out for a goal kick, though. Position next to him has seen a fair bit of rotation. Cody Andrews playing at left center back tonight. Jordan Cano, Callum Ross, and Joseph Ajay all playing next to him. 4 different central defensive partnerships in 9 matches. Perhaps can lead to miscommunications like the one we've seen.
100%, Chris. You're right there. You need to have a solid and regular back 4 and goalkeeper, so they could talk to each other, understand that they know who's picking up who. Both those goals were definitely down to poor marking as much as they were to lovely crosses in the box. So, yeah, something for Coach Steve Cook to work on.
Ball is cleared for Ibiaga to play. Van Oekel sending it back the other way. On the way out for a throw. Just wonder if 1 or 2 heads might drop after being 2-0 down. Steve Cook did tell us he feels great about the morale. They're hardworking, they're committed, but might be struggling for confidence at the moment.
Yeah, well, added to that, the supporters have stopped singing, the drums have gone quiet. So I think even the fans are going, oh no, here we go again. But as a player, you're paid to be positive. You're paid to get yourself in the match, back into the game. Lots of teams go 2-0 down. The good ones find a way to get back in the game. Certainly Phoenix showed it last time out. 3-1 down, winning 4-3.
Yes, sir, as most of those coming in the second half as well. Rigi, Jason Johnson, and Didier Drogba scoring to win 4-3. The Phoenix Rising Soccer Complex. Off to a terrific start, as you mentioned, can go top tonight with a victory. It's flicked on there by Valesky. Very calm header back by Musa, back to his goalkeeper. USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. Talk plenty about Didier Drogba, not in the team tonight for Phoenix. He is retiring after the year, the 40-year-old Ivorian, making one last stop. And as we've seen quite a bit around Europe and around the world, players setting up their post-footballing career, owning a piece of this club. He's trying to use his standing in the game to help Phoenix move into Major League Soccer.
Yep, this is the place to be, the US. The value of franchises going up every single season, football or soccer, growing exponentially. Ibrahimovic coming into the case, a chance.
Well, that's a good ball from Cortez to the feet of Rigi. Back heel left for Cortez again. As Frater on the edge of the area elects to turn, is clipped from behind, grabs the ball with his hand, and eventually the free kick is given.
Risky, risky.
Thought that was going to be handball.
It's one of those as a referee. If someone looks like he's been tripped and then grabs the ball, you sort of have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But every once in a while, a referee doesn't, and then you get a yellow card rather for handball. Let's have a look. Is there much contact? Not a hell of a lot. He's claiming handball. Jose Barrel there, but not to be. And again, it's another free kick in a dangerous position. OKC, you've got to be careful. You've been punished twice from the edge of the box. Let's hope it's not a third time if you're an OKC fan.
Here's Kevon Frater over this free kick, scorer of 13 goals in USL with Colorado Springs and Real Monarchs before arriving to Phoenix, making his first start of the campaign tonight. As here is the Jamaicans' free kick. And well across is Van Oekel.
Yeah, not too difficult. Well done, goalkeeper. Moved his legs, got his hands behind the ball, nice and solid. And it wasn't a great free kick, but again, it's dangerous areas, and you're going to pay a price if you keep allowing Phoenix to get into these positions from set pieces. We were just saying though about some of the big names and players who have come to play their football in the States. More and more are becoming this way. Ibrahimovic being one of the, I mean, he's good enough to still be playing at Manchester United.
Already hit the ground running, scoring twice in his first match for LA Galaxy. Don't know if you saw yesterday the Washington Post reporting that Wayne Rooney could be next, coming over to DC United.
Wow, these are big names. And all it does is it helps grow the game here, it helps raise the level, and that's what we're going to keep doing in the US, is keep getting better and better young players coming through.
There is some concern, though, about some of the older players a bit past their primes. We've seen Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, and Andrea Pirlo come to these shores, and it not quite come off for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair criticism. We are getting players whose legs have started to go, and it's difficult for them to reproduce what we've seen them do at their peak. But I think Ibra's not in that class. I think Ibra still has the ability. And certainly we might start getting younger and younger players coming across. Unfortunately, China's come in with huge amounts of money. That's making it difficult for US soccer to attract some of these good players.
We haven't quite seen a younger player come over to the league and still, for example, play for his international side. You saw Sebastian Giovinco not get into the Italy side, and the Italian manager specifically say can't move to the United States and play on the national team. So once that perception starts to change a little bit, did see David Villa get recalled into the Spain team while playing for New York City, but these are all steps for these leagues to take. Yeah,
I think there's more chance of Mexican players being chosen, and Peruvian, and certainly the CONCACAF region and South America. That's where the next step is for American soccer, is to have players of top level from the neighbors down south, and then you can eventually pull in the Europeans' best players.
It's a good ball, slid through into the direction of Cortez, cut out well by Andrews. Sliding in was Richard Dixon, and John Brown will calmly play for his goalkeeper. We'll just send it long and away.
So here's the thing at this stage for me, Chris. 32 minutes into the match, you're at home, you're 2-0 down. You have got to be taking the game to Phoenix. You've got to be putting them under pressure. I don't see enough of that. I don't see enough urgency. I don't see enough desire, aggression, whatever it is you need. You're at home, you're 2-0 down, you have to do more. Whatever it is, OKC, come on. We want to see a game. The fans want to see something happening.
Bit of a coming together there between Valesky and the goal scorer Farrell. We've really seen a back three system from Phoenix in this campaign, but it has looked at tonight. This will be a free kick to come off a white shirt on the way through. It'll be a throw in for Phoenix. Phoenix with plenty of regular contributors, including players like Colin Fernandez, who is brilliant from a chance creation point of view. Asante, Drogba, Jason Johnson. Plenty of changes.
And the goalkeeper?
Yeah, the goalkeeper Wazinski as well.
Yeah.
You'll never let me forget about goalkeeping situations.
Yeah.
Ex-Man United goalkeeper Garrett Bailey alongside.
Here's a goalkeeper who must be battling to keep his confidence high, Matt van Oekel. You know, you can say it's not the goalkeeper's fault that you have gone on a sort of a 7-game losing streak, but as a keeper you start to ask questions. Your defense second guess you and second guess themselves, so you've got to be mentally very, very strong as a keeper to survive this type of losing streak.
It's been a fairly long time since he was in a strong defensive side, since 2016. A season ago with Real Salt Lake in Major League Soccer, gave up 21 goals in 5 starts, including 3 in each and every one of them during what was a pretty dark time for RSL. The ball is played through towards Wakasa, who was well pulled back, but Wakasa was offside.
He's offside, but again, very creative from Phoenix to getting behind OKC far too easily. That should be a warning sign for coach Steve Cook. It's happened too often. But again, I'm not sure that he has the quality on the bench to make too many changes in the second half, whereas Phoenix have a whole bunch of good options. I'm not so sure OKC have a lot they can change. So they've got to rely on the players on that pitch to lift it up. Come on, put a bit more energy into it. Get a bit more fight in the game, and you know, sometimes you've got to change your tactics a little bit, get in people's faces, make it a bit more physical.
We're about to go play.
Christian Ibiaga. Richard Dixon. Try and clip it towards Alex Dixon, but cut out well. Appeals for hands not given. Now Owako on the turn. Going to send Victor Vasquez on his way. Plenty of space to run into. Or this is Rigi rather. Going to play into the channel for Frater, but a bit too far out in front of him. And Van Oekel sliding out.
That keeper does well there. Make sure there's no danger from that.
Was flicked down by Valesky, but to no one in particular, as we can tell that Morelos is a proud partner of Energy FC. Get your grocery shopping done and buy your tickets to the next Energy FC home match at Supermercado Morelos. Stores on Southwest 59th and Santa Fe, Northwest 5th and Meridian. Ibiaga sends it for Alex Dixon, but a bit of a high boot coming in from Owako via free kick for OKC. See too much in the way of chance creation for them tonight.
Nope. They've got energy in their name, but we haven't seen too much on the pitch as yet. I'm hoping that it just needs a little breakthrough, Chris, and they can bring OKC to life.
Most positive at the weekend, though, against Swope Park. They outshot the visitors to Taft Stadium on the weekend 17-5. So now Chavez can play on, tries to clip it through towards Alex Dixon.
That's a crazy thing. They outshot them 17-5 and still lost the match. So far, we haven't seen many shots on target. So we know OKC are capable of it. They now have a new striker who can hopefully put them away in Valesky. But they need to do something. They need to give their fans some hope. They need to give their manager and fellow players belief that they can get out of this hole they're in at the moment. 7 losses on the trot.
Ball still on here for Chris Cortez on the byline. They try and loft it back in towards Frater, but cut out by Highland for a corner. As we're receiving word that there'll be a first half change.
Energy fans, your attention,
This
please.
is certainly a
Substitution for your
interesting measure.
OKC
If it's
Energy
injury, Jose
FC number
Barrio will
4,
certainly be
Callum
a
Ross.
big miss.
Replacing number 14,
It's
Jose
Callum Ross
Barrio, in the
for Jose
38th
Barrio.
minute.
There is the Newcastle-born Callum Ross. Doesn't look injured. He kicks the advertising warning.
He's not happy. So it must be a tactical decision then, I would think. Maybe Callum Ross more of a an in-your-face sort of player. Maybe that's what the coach wants, is to rile things up and fight their way back into this game.
You rarely see first half substitutions, though.
Yeah, it is a telling thing. If it's not through injury, it is a question mark against Jose Barril, and probably why he was so upset, as he knows it's the coach saying to him, you haven't done what I needed you to do.
Not quite sure what he has against 7-11, but see his frustration is. Angulo will now carry on here for St. Louis, or rather for OKC, was with St. Louis. They're coming to Oklahoma City. Cut out though by Musa. There is the substitute Ross trying to get into the play here. Musa. Desperate times. All for desperate measures, and that might just have been one for Steve Cook. Trying to change this match a little bit.
Yeah, Phoenix looked very comfortable. Look at them knocking the ball around, 2-0 up. Very impressed with them. I honestly thought with 7 changes they were going to struggle here today, and it certainly has been the opposite. They've created chances up front. They've been very, very comfortable in possession, and like we said, Coach Patrice Corderon must be very, very happy with the first half so far.
Corderon, a French player through Ligue 1 with various sides, including Rennes, Lyon, and Saint-Etienne. There's Baril. He's straight to the dressing room. I wonder what the source of his frustration must be. Waco's ball cut out by Highland. Flicked on by Volesky, but Musa able to play.
See, nothing happening there, Chris. The ball comes up to Volesky, gets flicked on, goes straight to Phoenix, and they possess the ball and build up. Whereas on the other half, excuse me, they do so much more with the ball, Phoenix.
Ross. Alex Dixon. And now Rigi winning the ball back, and counter-attacking opportunity is on. Alessandro Rigi. Sprayed out wide for Cody Wakasa coming forward in the attack. And now Rigi, the Montreal native, who has been quite the positive influence for Patrice Corderon. Came on as a sub in their 1-1 draw with Fresno FC. Came on, and despite Phoenix being down to 10 men, managing to earn the point. Asante playing in Rigi for the equalizing goal in the 90th minute of a recent run of late game heroics from Phoenix Rising, as Ross trying to spray it out towards Brown. I did hear some boo birds for Ross when he came out. I'm not sure if that was Baril being booed, a first half sub being booed, but anyway, the crowd perhaps becoming a bit impatient.
Yeah, you can't blame the crowd, I guess, after this bad run they've had, and they're at home, and they get news that Phoenix have made 7 changes. You know, as a fan, I'd be thinking, oh, this is my big day. And that's what we thought at the start, but well, and the keepers come out and read that really well, but it's Phoenix who've been the better team by far.
Now Rigi again going to try and play the 1-2. The return ball is sent in for the Montreal native on his way. He goes down, but it's a well-won challenge there by Highland, and he can clear.
Well done, Highland. Good tackle. He had to get that one right. Good clearance. Now let's see if OKC can just keep the ball, build it up. Okay, I spoke too soon.
Commentator's curse there. As Musa will play. And it will be a throw-in for Phoenix. There you see the 1-2 work between Frater and Rigi. And there's the challenge. Got spot on there. Did leave a little bit extra there for Rigi, but enough of the ball to sure there was no penalty. I believe that was a foul throw that just never came into play.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess rather a restart there, as Wakasa can try again. The supporter section in behind the goal trying to get the drums going, but a bunch of flat atmosphere after DeFont and Farrell have given Phoenix their 2-0 advantage.
Oh, well done to the crowd. I love it when fans, even under these circumstances, still hammer the drums, sing their songs, try and support the players. I think that's brilliant on the crowd. Well done.
OKC just unable to get near this Phoenix side at the moment as Brown does eventually win it back. Chavez trying to play through a Wako, and it just seemed like a shove out from the Ghanaian. A free kick for OKC.
He holds his hand up straight away. There's no malice in it whatsoever. And I like that. I like when players admit, got it wrong, and help the other player up and just get on with the game. Nothing nasty about that.
Less than 90 seconds still to play in the opening 45 minutes. Angulo again losing out. He's had a bit of a rough go tonight. Musa sending long to chase. Just about getting there is Frater. He'll have an opportunity into the penalty area for three. Frater! And a fantastic save produced by Matt Van Oekel to keep it 2-0.
Great save there from Van Oekel. Absolutely crucial save. Shocking defending again from OKC.
Opportunity might be on again here. Here's Vasquez. Here's Victor Vasquez! And again, Van Oekel alert to it. Might just have been bending into that far corner.
Yeah, well done, the goalkeeper. He might just have kept his team in this match. Great strike again coming in. Goalkeeper stretching himself, tipping that one over the bar, but poor defending before that. Have a look there. Come on, Abiega, you've got to defend better than that. Great save, Van Oekel. Here's a second save. Ball comes up high. Good strike. Good tip over the bar.
Cortez was arriving on that back post. That was just about wide as Everton will have 1 minute to be added on. Another opportunity here from a corner. Phoenix has scored from 2 set pieces this evening. They just make it 3 as Riga will send it in. Arriving on that near post was Cortez. Dealt with, though, by Oklahoma City. Only as far, though, as we take for the corner, Rigi. Sent it by Wakasa. Header comes in from Kevon Frater. That will be a goal kick.
Well, there were 3 red shirts at the far post there, unmarked. But looking on the positive side, Chris, as far as OKC are concerned, they'll go in at halftime and say, our goalkeepers kept us in this, our goalkeepers kept us alive. Come on, guys, let's build on that. That's one of the few positives you can take out of the first half for OKC. But 2 great saves there from Matt from Oekel.
So we'll have 1 minute to be added on here. Just about 20 seconds left as Dixon will play forward towards Dixon. And OKC maybe just get the ball forward to try and create an opportunity before the interval. Andrews and Highland. Giving the ball away there is John Brown, and now Phoenix can break here through Frater. Brown going to try and redeem himself, and does by winning the ball back towards Van Oekel, and that should just about do it for these opening 45 minutes. Maybe just time for one more as here's Dixon on that right-hand side towards the byline. The cross is sent in towards Valesky. Dealt with well there by a combination of Musa and Farrell. Given away, though, in the area there by Lambert. Opportunity on for Dixon. His cross is looped in, but bent out of play. And that is the end of the first half. Phoenix rising, getting a goal off a free kick and a corner. A pair of defenders scoring, Mike DeFont and Joe Farrell giving them the 2-0 advantage. Entering halftime. It was a pretty poor half of play from Oklahoma City Energy. A first half substitution with Jose Badil coming off after 38 minutes for what appeared to be tactical reasons. And Steve Cook just have to cook up one type of team talk in order to get his side back into this one. Your score at the half, Oklahoma City Energy 0, Phoenix Rising 2.
Find your Mercy primary care doctor at mercy.net/energy.
I'd always wanted to get braces, always considered it, thought about it. You know, how long is this gonna take? Am I too old to do this? What am I gonna look like with braces on? With payment options and everything else, nothing's hindering me now, I just need to go ahead and do it. The staff, for one, is awesome. The doctor's great. I know I had friends growing up saying, oh, it hurts. I didn't have that experience. I can't wait to see my teeth without being masked by wires, right? Hindsight, I would have done it again 100 times over.
Success is achieved through hard work, and many business owners work tirelessly for years to realize the dream of franchising their business. FFB partners with companies of all sizes every day and offers an extensive variety of treasury services. FFB will outline a plan just for you, help you streamline cash flow, and monitor your business transactions. Because we know you've got better things to do, like grow your business. FFB. We go where you go.
Before the celebration, before the projections. Wait, those are the projections? Before you changed course. Again. Before the late nights, long shots, and leaps of faith. Before it was a startup, it was just an idea. And then everything changed. Cox Business. We're making the connections that change everything.
From the penalty spot, you will be getting.
We're back at the Taft Stadium. Chris Whittingham, the former Manchester United goalkeeper, Gary Bailey alongside. Your score at the half, Oklahoma City Energy 0, Phoenix Rising 2. A pair of defenders in Mike DeFont and Joe Farrell scoring for the visitors. Energy FC's next home match is Saturday, May 19th against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. This is the first of 3 meetings between these two rivals. For more information about becoming an Energy FC member, bringing a group to a match, or single game tickets, call 235-KICK. Once again, your score at the half is Phoenix Rising 2, Oklahoma City Energy 0. The Energy FC Sidekicks program is one of the most fulfilling off-field activities for the club, from the players to the front office staff and the athletes from Special Olympics Oklahoma, Down Syndrome Association of Central Oklahoma, Top Soccer, and Autism Oklahoma. Everyone loves the Sidekicks. Energy FC digital reporter Brent Skarkey takes a look at the first event of the season, the annual draft held at Soccer City in Oklahoma City.
To try and make this as fun an event for
signings,
all 4 events,
soccer, and a whole lot of smiles. But what's this all about?
the 4th official Energy FC player signing of Sidekicks. A round of applause, please.
On a weekday night at Soccer City, something truly special going on. It's the annual Sidekick Draft, presented by Gulfport Energy. Each member of the 2018 OKC Energy FC paired with a special needs athlete. The jersey presented, the contract signed. And for the next 7 months, a special bond will be formed between player and athlete.
Welcome, Trafford Gould! There he is. Come on up here, Trafford. He's got his jersey, 3rd player signed. Coach Steve Cook.
For the athletes, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to hang out with pro athletes, but it might be the players that are really in for the treat.
Luke is high energy, running around, loves to play, and he just latched onto me right away and gave me a big hug and a big kiss, and just so sweet, you know. It's amazing.
The parents, just as excited as their children.
Well, I think Energy is a fitting name because everyone's got a lot of it. The kids and the players are great. I could just watch them interacting with my kid and then also with all the other children. And it's a great opportunity for us to kind of keep our kids around sports. I think we really are appreciative of you guys doing this for us and our kids.
Gulfport Energy entering its 2nd season as sponsor of the Sidekick program.
I love seeing the relationships form between the athletes and the players, getting to meet their families. I just met a great family. The more we volunteer and the more we are involved with the Sidekicks program, the more our employees want to be part of it.
Jermaine Wilson! Come on up, Jermaine. Good job all around.
More events will take place through the season, pairing the players and athletes, and certainly more smiles and hugs will follow. From Soccer City, Brent Skarkey, Energy FC TV.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Breakdown. Really excited to analyse the plays of the week this week. We even have an ESPN Sports Center #1 in the top 10. I hope you enjoy.
Great little move there from Cooper, sends it across, it's Jamal Johnson.
The first play from Jamal Johnson here is his goal. If you watch when he picks the ball up, he has almost like a 8 to 10 meter radius around him, and that's created by his movement and his space. You know, he's recognized that when he's going into the box, that he doesn't need to make the first post run. He doesn't need to make the far post run. It's an extremely difficult finish, and it's coming across his body, and he makes extremely good contact on the ball. He uses the pace of the cross and slots it right into the corner.
To have a completely open view of what's happening. Oh my goodness, what a goal!
I don't think there's any doubt as to why this was the #1 on the ESPN Sports Center. It's a very special thing for a player to see a goalkeeper off a line, especially from a goal kick, because he's not expecting the ball to bounce to him, especially the way it bounced to him. So when the ball did bounce to him, I think that he just thinks, why not? And he's just shown everyone there is the technique that he has, but he also showed me what I feel as though is the mentality of a player, which is something that we've not seen yet this season. I think it's fantastic.
Francois takes it away, plays it back, Brett holds, scores!
Yes, what a great pullback.
Francois' defensive play here is what creates the goal. You know, his teammate loses the ball, he takes a bad touch, but he doesn't give up on it, and he persists, and his reaction to the turnover is fantastic. And then Brett can either do one or two things. He can take a touch or he can finish it first time. The defender thinks he's going to take a first time shot, and that's what then allows him to have the composure to relax, take the touch, and it's a great finish.
Manila makes a meal out of that one. Now Ledesma on the breakaway, and it's 3-0 as he chips Maxi Crepo.
This goal for Cincinnati in the 76th minute is a lot about anticipation for Ledesma. The defender makes a great decision here to play the ball in behind, and when the Ottawa defender makes the mistake, and again he anticipates the mistake, maybe if it was 0-0 at the time and he was going on to win the game or try and win the game, he might have taken a touch close to the keeper. But with the way they were playing, I completely understand why he's taken the first time finish. Thank you for watching the Breakdown on Week 7. As you can see, there's some fantastic goals, some fantastic plays, and I've really enjoyed analysing them. I look forward to seeing you next week.
That goal from Kenny Welker was something else, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff there from Jack Blake of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. As we are in our USL section here of halftime. Oklahoma City Energy 0, Phoenix Rising 2. Chris Whittingham alongside Gary Bailey for commentary of this one, as we can now show you the upcoming schedule here in the Western Conference. Phoenix Rising, if they hang on to the victory tonight, will move joint top of the Western Conference and actually will be in first on goal difference. As you look at the upcoming schedule here in the Western Conference, Colorado Springs playing host to Las Vegas on Friday night. Real Monarchs and Fresno coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. And Gary, the one that we'll be doing on Saturday night, Orange County playing host to St. Louis, should be a fun one at the Champions Soccer Park in Orange County. And Sacramento Republic will play host to Reno 1868. Oklahoma City Energy off this weekend with U.S. Open Cup, their next fixture. Phoenix Rising are back home against Tulsa Roughnecks. You take a look at the upcoming schedule for Oklahoma City Energy at home with Colorado Springs on May the 19th after a break for the Cup, at Tulsa in the Derby on May the 26th, then Reno at home, and then Seattle and Portland a swing through the Pacific Northwest in June. But on the way they've performed tonight, it's going to be a mountain to climb regardless of who the opponent is.
It certainly will, Chris. I've been very disappointed because the highlights of the previous couple of weeks' games, they had so many chances, they've been so unlucky. You look at Phoenix Rising making all the changes, you think if we get at them, if we get on top of them, Phoenix Rising will think, oh, all these changes, we're not as good as we would have been with the likes of Didier Drogba. And instead, it's Phoenix who've got stronger and stronger throughout the game. I don't see enough desire there from OKC. And maybe that's where the change came in, is Jose Barril going off and Callum Ross coming on and really chasing and hunting down players. And I actually wrote something down here, almost tongue-in-cheek. OKC Energy FC. That's what I want to see second half. As a fan of any team, if they lose, you can cope with it as long as they go down fighting. So that's what those fans are looking for.
And they look to see it in their next USL match against Colorado Springs on May the 19th. Coming up next, we'll bring you our first half highlight, show you how the goals came in. The score at the half, Oklahoma City Energy FC 0, Phoenix Rising 2.
I'd always wanted to get braces, always considered it, thought about it. You know, how long is this gonna take? Am I too old to do this? What am I gonna look like with braces on? With payment options and everything else, nothing's hindering me now, I just need to go ahead and do it. The staff, for one, is awesome. The doctor's great. I know I had friends growing up saying, oh, it hurts. I didn't have that experience. I can't wait to see my teeth without being masked by wires, right? Hindsight, I would have done it again 100 times over.
When that hurricane hit, the entire community came together as a whole. It was such an overwhelming response to help others. No one thought that they were going to do this before it happened, and everyone just did it. I think that's the way that human nature should be looked at.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
In Ireland, the first Sisters of Mercy were called the Walking Sisters because every day they went out in search of women and children who needed healing or help. Mercy continues to answer the same call, dedicated to the health of every woman who comes to us for care. Mercy, in every era, your life is our life's work. Learn why we serve at mercy.net/legacy.
Welcome back to Taft Stadium, live coverage of Oklahoma City Energy taking on Phoenix Rising. They trail by 2-0 at the halftime interval. Chris Whittingham, the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey, alongside is going to bring you the first half highlights of this one, show you how the hosts are 2-0 down entering the interval. And Gary, take a look here at opening chance of the game would fall to the feet of Alex Dixon, trying to play in the run of John Brown, but just a bit too far in front.
Yeah, he just couldn't find John Brown there. The ball wasn't quite good enough, and but a decent ball in here, and it was anything could happen. They were just hoping OKC for the ball to drop to one of their strikers' feet. Didn't happen. A goalkeeper comes out and smothers the problem.
Bolesky closest to it. Zach Lubin taking care of it. And here would be the opening goal. The set piece taken by Rigi, knotted in by Joe Farrell.
Yeah, poor marking in the box. Look, good free kick, no question about that, and good set piece here, good corner. Once again, no marking in the box. You cannot do that. You cannot let people free. And decent header, keeper, no chance.
As there you see a few more chances for Phoenix Rising. Cortez will go down here on the edge of the area. Then the free kick will be taken, and decently as well. Some 1-2s as well, with Rigi really the danger man.
Rigi was the danger man. Good tackle there, but OKC doing the defending not very well on this circumstance. And Matt Van Oekel, great save. Absolutely crucial. Then Chris follows it up with another one seconds later.
Matt Van Oekel doing very well to keep this one 2-0 at the halftime interval. Could have been 3 or 4 before long. You see the difference there in shots on target, Gary.
Yeah, 7-0. I mean, you're the home side, OKC. Come on. You've got to do better than that. And that's what we're hoping for second half. I'm sure all the fans at the stadium are hoping for that as well. Just to see some energy from OKC.
And you see Phoenix Rising not quite having the possession, but there's been far more meaningful and far more dangerous in that first half. Phoenix doing very well with the possession that they had and have been very dangerous despite, as you mentioned a few times, 7 changes heading into this one. Most of that front 6 coming out, with Zach Lubin also replacing Carl Wazinski in goal. Change at the back as well. And yet, it's been business as usual for the visitors.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising been very, very impressive after all those changes. Come up, play good football, taking their opportunities, impressed their coach. But I still believe OKC can do it. They're at home. They've got to break the 7-game losing streak. And Matt Van Oekel made 2 great saves just before halftime. If I'm any part of the OKC coaching staff, that's what I'm saying to my men. The keeper's kept you in the game. You can go back out there, have a go at Phoenix Rising. Let's see what you can do.
We are just about set to get started as we do. Come on, Frater putting the ball in play. Phoenix Rising will now switch sides, and they're red-orange going from right to left. Oklahoma City in their home whites with the green and blue trim. As it will be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. One of the other major talking points in that first half, Gary, was a first-half change, not for injury. Jose Baril, the Spaniard, coming off, frustrated, going back to the locker room, and Callum Ross, the Newcastle-born central midfielder, coming in. Did you see the intended effect from Steve Cook in that decision?
Yeah, assuming it wasn't for injury, then yes, it looks like Callum Ross is more of an in-your-face sort of defender. And maybe that's what he felt it needed. It needed maybe any change to let all the other players know that they need to lift their game.
We'll see what other changes Steve Cook, the manager of Oklahoma City, has on offer as it's headed away by Farrell. Dealt with by Andrews, and now there is Ross. Born in Newcastle. Played his first professional season with Charlotte Independence a year ago, 29 appearances. Here's Alessandro Righi. Now Owako going to try and play in the run of Frater, and finally that offside flag did come up.
Yeah, good holding of the line there by OKC. And I guess the logic is if OKC can get one goal, they're back in this game. That's when it gets really exciting for the OKC fans.
So it'll be Ross and Justin Chavez in the center of the park, with Ross more the holder. Back four for Oklahoma City of Richard Dixon, Christian Ibiaga now on the ball. Next to him, Cody Andrews, Kyle Highland at left back as Chavez tries to flick on. Richard Dixon able to win, but Valesky had drifted offside. Christian Valesky and Jose Angulo partnering up top. On either wing, Alex Dixon and John Brown.
Crucial OKC gets some good service to Valesky and Angulo. They've got to give them a chance to show their talents, be creative up front. The first half, they had very little to work with.
Phoenix Rising on a positive run of form coming into this one, unbeaten in 4. 8 points from their last available 12.
And the small matter of the fact they have Didier Drogba in their squad. One of the greatest strikers of all time. It helps.
Not quite tonight, but...
Not tonight, but he's in their squad for future games. So things looking very positive for Phoenix at the moment.
Well flicked on towards the feet of Frater. He stayed on side. Here's Frater! And again, Matt Van Oekel forced into a save.
Yeah, keeper doing well. That's his third big save of the game. Now, if he can keep doing that and no more goals go in, then OKC just need to get one the other end to make a match of this.
Once again, Phoenix looking the more dangerous. There is the opportunity, well struck, but straight at Van Oekel in the center of that goal. And now another set-piece opportunity. It is from a corner and a free kick that Phoenix have their 2 goals, both scored by defenders, in DeFont and Farrell.
This is where you get assigned as a defender to a striker and you stick with him and you do not let him get away from you. And you've got to stick to him like glue. That's how it must work. And I'm sure that's what the coach has reminded them at halftime.
As the referee, Marcos de Oliveira, signaling to his watch, saying this will be remembered when I'm deciding on second half stoppage time, as it'll be Righi again to swing in the corner. This lofted towards that back post, getting it ahead of his defender was Chris Cortez, but his header well wide of the target.
Yeah, hard to mark Chris Cortez. He's a big unit up front, but enough pressure brought on him to put him off. And that's part of marking. You might not win the header. You just got to stop the attacker from getting a clean header himself.
And his positive momentum has showed up at the turnstiles for Phoenix. They record 7,332 fans at their last match. USL is a league drawing over 100,000 fans to their games a week ago. Positive signs, including typically impressive crowds at Cincinnati, over 22,000 in the building.
Wow, that's impressive. You've got some good players playing in this league, and when you can bring in names like Didier Drogba, you certainly have got the right talent playing in the league to keep on increasing these crowds. What OKC need to do is score a goal so they can give their crowd something to shout about.
Here's John Brown trying to do just that. A decent run well on his way. Going to clip it towards Valesky on that back post. The header came in, though, and it was dangerous from James Musa. Caught Lubin on his line, but it's wide and out for the corner.
It's a good clearance, that, because I was looking at the far post thinking this ball is going all the way there. If Musa hadn't have cut that out, have a look. What a good ball in. And if Musa doesn't cut that out, Valesky at the far post possibly scores that one.
And the first positive signs from Oklahoma City in this second half. It'll be Brown again to take the corner. And it's lofted in. Andrews was in there. It's Musa who got something on it.
Good quality. That's nice. Nice bit of play by OKC. That'll start to give their fans something to shout for, give the players a bit of confidence.
Richard Dixon thought about using the runway to take a long throw. Instead, it'll be Chavez who will send service in towards Angulo on that back post. Said that it came off a defender last, but it is a goal kick.
Here we go. Here's the replay. Good ball at the back there. It's more positive. Yes, they haven't scored, but at least it looks like OKC could get the breakthrough if they keep getting quality balls into the box. Much better than the first half, that's for certain.
Talked to Steve Cook, the Oklahoma City manager, when the losing run was 4. He told us he wasn't tempted to make wholesale changes at the time. Holy bleep, we need to make 10 changes is exactly the opposite he's going for, because if you do it and then it doesn't work, then you have to do it again. But I could see him resorting to an interesting tactic with a first half substitution with Baril coming off. As Musa will spray it out wide for Cody Wakasa, making just his second start of the campaign. There's now a pocket of space here for Gladson Awako. He just sends it straight into the supportive section and behind Van Okel's goal.
Good attempt. Very, very difficult to get that on target. As it bounced up, he hit it. Let's have a look at it again. Bounces up. It's very difficult to keep that down, but a nice positive approach there from Awako.
Oklahoma City, a side that have made the playoffs 3 years running, the conference finals 2 years running. This is a team that's gotten used to success in USL, but definitely seeing the wrong end of results at the moment is be a throw in here for Phoenix. The Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like Fandango, FitSpa, and Supermercado Morelos. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold. Flicked on there by Valesky, dealt with by Musa, but Ross stepping in there trying to win the tackle. He's trying to dive to her with his head on the ground and did just about enough to play on as Angulo is tripped up with a fairly dangerous challenge there from Defont that earns him a yellow. And some shoving afterwards. Chavez not happy with what appeared to be a 2-footed challenge.
Yep, referee's having to settle everything down, but that started with Callum Ross trying to use his head to win the ball. He did, and that allowed them to push forward and attack. Let's have a look at it again. There he is losing his head and gets the ball. And then
more towards the leg of the defender.
That's a nasty tackle. It's a yellow card, no question about that. Very nasty tackle. And I think OKC just getting in his face to try and rattle him. So at least they're fighting for it now, OKC. Arguing, pushing, shoving, it's all part of the game. Might not be the pretty part, Chris, but you know, when you're fighting for your lives as you are towards the bottom there, OKC, you've got to do whatever it is to get back in the game.
And it might just have been that scrap that Steve Cook was looking for when he brought on Callum Ross.
He said, use your head. He didn't quite mean it that way.
This will be a free kick here for Oklahoma City. Looks like Angulo and Highland trying to settle who will have a go at this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officials issued a yellow card to Phoenix, number 4, Mike Defonte, in the 55th minute.
As Phoenix trying to set up their defensive line right on the edge of the area. Does leave plenty of space, but can catch the white shirts offside. As we have been told as well that Justin Chavez received a yellow for the aftermath of that affair, as Angulo will send it in, cleared by Cortez. So a pair of yellows for a bit of the afters there. Here is Angulo. Sprayed out wide here for Chavez to send back in towards the penalty spot. Headed down by Valesky. Might fall for Cody Andrews, just tries to send it back towards his fellow white shirts. And Chavez will strike first time, and not quite what he was looking for.
No, the final quality not there, but again, more positive. OKC on the edge of the Phoenix box, you know, trying to get through, probing, pushing. Needs a bit more quality with the final ball, but much better attitude. And if you're one of the fans there hitting those drums, you're thinking, well, things are looking better. Maybe we can still get back in this match.
This will be Zach Lubin to take the goal kick, the native of Bozeman, Montana. Been the reserve goalkeeper for most of the campaign, getting a start tonight, and haven't seen too much in the way of miscommunication or any worries with that back line.
No, he hasn't had much to do, to be honest. He had that one save where he won the free kick, and other than that, he hasn't had much to do. Once again, a silly foul to give away here. Let's have a look at it. You know, let him have the ball. Why hit him in the back and then give a free kick away? And you know, it's the big man at the back, Ibiaga, and it's just an unnecessary foul. And you know what? They've been punished twice from set pieces. You don't want to be giving the opposition any more.
Another opportunity to whip one in, but certainly no danger in that. Dealt with by Ross, but a second bite at the cherry. The header comes in from Cortez, and Van Oekel stuck his palms on the bar, but it had drifted over before he got a touch to it.
Van Oekel definitely the busier of the two goalkeepers. Those two saves just before half-time were absolutely brilliant. A decent save after half-time. And he'll be saying, well, come on, guys. I'm doing my side of the work, yeah? You guys up front need to do something.
Heavy touch there from Lambert to send himself on his way. Here's Kevon Lambert, the Jamaican. Leaving it for Alessandro Righi. Sent in towards Cortez, but the flag came up for offside. Nearly finding a way through, though.
So one thing OKC have done very well in this game is held their line at the back. A lot of free kicks been called in their favor. Good discipline from their back four.
Oklahoma City a year ago off to a similarly poor start, but the run ended after 6 games. This now went to its 9th. Certainly leaves Oklahoma City with a lot of work to do to try and make their way towards a playoff place, as Angulo is on the turn, going to clip it in to the feet of Dixon. Here's Dixon, and the flag stayed. No, it did not. The flag came up. And there it is, the assistant. Thought for a moment that Alex Dixon might have drifted just level with that defensive line, but it is indeed offside and no goal for Alex Dixon.
Well, you weren't the only one to get excited there. All those fans jumped up. They thought it had been given. Let's have a look here. I tell you what, there's not much to choose between them, but always difficult for a linesman. And he calls it offside, so offside it is. But again, more positive from OKC. At least they're creating something around the edge of that box.
It's not quite getting the luck either. Victor Vasquez, the left back for Phoenix, just stepping ahead in time on the judgment of the assistant. The shot we showed you might have been a frame before Gullo actually played the ball. Stefan will leave it for Awako. He's only played in the role that his jersey number would indicate. He's dropped in a bit more this evening as the ball is given away there in the center of the park. Chavez able to win it. Now Angulo taking a touch. Swept clear by James Musa. Forearm shove into Justin Chavez, earning Energy FC a free kick.
Yeah, once again, winning free kicks, much better second half. More determination amongst the players, and obviously Steve Cook at halftime has probably had a real go at them and said, come on guys, if we're going to go down, we go down fighting. We don't go down with a whimper. So good to see from OKC that they're going to fight their way throughout this match. Well, there seems to be a bit of an injury problem for a moment here.
So look there at the challenge between Awako and Chavez, but it just seemed like James Musa, in the effort to try and clear the ball, might have just hurt a calf or an ankle. Training staff out.
I think the referee's saying either get up and play or let's get you off the pitch, one or the other.
As you do see the water out as well, we are reaching the summer months across America. These USL mid-season fixtures will certainly feel like a grind. Phoenix last Friday night, one of the hotter climates in the United States, playing at 90-degree Fahrenheit temperatures at kickoff.
Yep, if you're a midfield man who has to run up and down, that's a hot temperature to be playing in, and the football has to change. Obviously, you don't play the British run and chase everything system. You've got to play more the continental, let the ball do the work.
Ibiak. Might be an opportunity for Angulo, but Callum Ross got just a bit too much there of DeFont. And the referee has given a yellow to Callum Ross.
It's a pity because it was a good move and OKC nearly had a chance there. So let's have a look at it again, see if Callum Ross, I mean, he was brought on to do this, but you don't want to get a yellow because now he's got to be very careful. But it was actually a very good move.
And interrupt attacking moves as well as the ball was played through towards Angulo.
It was. Unfortunately, we can't see the replay not coming up, but Callum Ross now is thinking to himself, here we go, let's have a look. Ball comes in.
Oh yeah, a little bit of an elbow to the chin.
Little bit. Such a good ball. One of the best chances OKC have had. So he's he's walking a tightrope now. He's got the yellow. Can't afford another bad tackle.
Maybe a little tear in the kit of Ross. Also a little bit of blood in behind that shirt. He's certainly put in a shift since coming on. As Lubin will send long. Header comes in from Highland, but only to the feet of Lambert. But he gives the ball away. And now Angulo can try and hold the ball. On the attention of two defenders. And earns a foul off one of them as a free kick is taken quickly. Ross able to get it on, at the very least, to the feet of Brown. Here's Alex Dixon, but a sliding challenge coming in from Vasquez.
Much better attitude from OKC. You can see they've raised their energy level. They're getting stuck in. They want to get themselves back in this match.
As Brown will send in the ball, it's dealt with by Musa, who appears to be okay. And going down under the weight of the challenge there was Vasquez.
That was Alex Dixon there with an unnecessary push. Once again, these are the professional aspects of soccer. You're attacking, you've got the opposition stuck on their line. Have a look at it again. They're in a danger area. Just don't push. Why would you want to push and give away a free kick? So frustrating.
It is Dixon, the offender. So it'll be a free kick for Phoenix. We brought to your attention at halftime that Oklahoma City did not register a shot on target in the first half. They have now the opening 18 minutes of this second half either, as Highland can play for Oklahoma City. Solid hold-up play from Angulo. Now acres of space for Richard Dixon to run into if he can just pick out the right ball. Dixon will loft it towards that back post. No white shirts arriving, and the ball will run all the way out for a throw.
Well, you said it right there, Chris. It's the right ball, and he just couldn't pick out the only man in the box. I know it's not easy, but that's what you want to do. There was only one white shirt, so try and get it as close to that white shirt as possible. But they're getting closer, OKC. They're more positive, creating opportunities. I'm still looking at the clock, thinking there's time on the board for OKC yet to get that shot on target and maybe get their first goal. Since when? March the
31st.
Wow, that's a long time.
The goalless run entered the match at 429 minutes. Do just a bit of quick maths here. 493 minutes.
Wow.
Without a goal, and it's been since the opening day of the season since they've scored at their home ground. It was 6 minutes into their derby match with Tulsa. Francis Tuahene giving them the goal, and not scored at their home patch since. Losses to Swope Park, St. Louis, Portland Timbers 2, and Orange County. As we'll have a change being prepared here. As Jason Johnson getting ready to come on. Here's an opportunity for Oklahoma City. Dixon towards Angulo. Cut out well by Musa. Might fall for Alex Dixon. Takes a deflection on the way through, and it goes just wide of Zach Lubin's goal. A couple of decent opportunities there for Oklahoma City.
Yes, the game is on for OKC. Well done, Alex Dixon, giving us a bit of excitement here. Good run down there. Tried a decent ball in. Wasn't quite right, but sharp to respond, and oh so unlucky with that. Just goes past the post.
Wonder if that might have been going in, if not for the deflection. It still might have gone in. As it will be Brown to take the corner. Can Oklahoma City profit off a set piece as it is swung in. Valesky threatening Lubin, and he got just a bit too much of the goalkeeper, and it will be a free kick to Phoenix.
Well done, the goalkeeper. Very brave and strong coming out there to make sure he got on the end of that. So we still haven't had a shot on target. That shot that was on target got deflected. Therefore, we still don't have a shot on target. But it's coming. Can feel it in the air with OKC. They've raised their energy, and things are going to happen.
And it is the provider of both assists in this match, Alessandro Righi, who will come off for the first change from Phoenix Rising. Scored in 2 games running coming into this one, now gets the 2 assists tonight. So 2 goals, 2 assists in his last 3. Not bad from the native of Montreal, and make way for the Jamaican Jason Johnson. Johnson, scorer of 2 goals this season in his 6 appearances. Scored 13 goals in league play a year ago as well. So definitely a threat. Slot on to that left-hand side as Frater tries to win the ball as it's sent into the stands. Is a bit dangerous for those supporters a few rows up. That came out at plenty of pace. Now a throw in here for Phoenix. Be Wakasa to take. Work here with Cortez. Cut out well by Ross. Wakasa again for Owako. Good ball into the channel for Chris Cortez, who took it straight away. Had a hat trick in the first meeting between these 2 sides, and certainly feeling confident to go for goal, but cut out well. It'll be a free kick for Oklahoma City. Valesky trying to win in the air, does earn himself a free kick. Chavez might want to take it quickly.
Certainly Valesky's done okay on his debut. He's caused problems. He's looked reasonably sharp. He hasn't had too much in the way of service, but I'm guessing the last 23 minutes or so, as the pressure increases from OKC looking for a goal and potentially an equalizer, he might get some decent service, starting with, well, I thought that might be it.
Yeah, it was a decent ball in towards Angulo, but again, Lubin out to claim.
Yeah, keeper does well, nice and brave.
A Mercy physician can keep you at the top of your game. Find your doctor at mercy.net/topgame. At Mercy, your life is our work. Nice. Ibiaga trying to win in the air. Well flipped down there by Dixon. That was pretty decent. And now Chavez has a ton of space to run into. We'll play it towards Angulo. He's going to clip it towards Valesky into the penalty area, who might just about have got something on it. Still on for Lubin. And that was a bit awkward from the Phoenix goalkeeper, but clear in the end.
He did just enough, Lubin, there. I thought Valesky was going to get his head on it. Goalkeeper just stretching, clearing the ball. He's done really well second half, has Lubin.
All started with a nice bit of skill there from Alex Dixon, as here's Angulo. He just can't keep it in the area. Swept away. But Andrews can play for Oklahoma City. It's been much better from them in this second half. Fun night of football across this country. Some MLS fixtures tonight. USL with 5 games tonight, and the first round of the US Open Cup. Cup competition with over 100 years of history in the States, as Highland will send it into the area for Angulo. And he again just losing out. He hasn't had too much luck in the penalty area, and well done by Wakasa. And that might just have been a handball there from Owako. Play on, says the referee, after Owako slipped and fell. The challenge comes in from Ibiaga, but got enough of the ball. Came off the red shirt, now for a throw.
It looks like Phoenix are tiring. There's so much more energy with OKC. Phoenix struggling to get to the ball like they were in the first half, struggling to get up the field. I just wonder, with them being on the road, whether they're feeling a bit tired, or whether these players, with all the rotations, these players haven't had as much game time. But certainly you're looking at the last 20 minutes thinking OKC are still definitely in this. They look the stronger at this stage.
As it will be Highland who will launch in. Quite an impressive long throw as Chavez unable to send it on its way. Solid touch there from Richard Dixon now towards Valesky. And eventually cut out and one, but Ross stepping well to win for Oklahoma City. And now Dixon, Megs the defender. Here's Ross to try and play the cross in. Arrived to the edge of the area with no white shirts on the other end. Might fall for Highland. He will clip it in, but first man there on that near post there to defend, but no red shirts forward, and Andrews can play. Dixon, wide open the penalty area is Callum Ross! And his shot well deflected there by DeFont. And now Awako can play out.
Looks like DeFont got injured in the process there, blocking that shot. He's just gone off the edge of the pitch there. Callum Ross really with an opportunity. And again, so much more positive by OKC as they probe away.
Now into the area, there's Brown! Sent it in towards the arriving Angulo. And dealt with by Phoenix. DeFont did stay down though. Oklahoma City under no obligation to play out. As DeFont tossing his equipment off to the side. As I believe he'll receive some medical treatment. Here's the chance from Brown.
I'm just wondering why DeFont stayed on the pitch. If you go off the pitch, you won't play everybody on side. But he stayed there and it allowed all the white shirts.
That.
Yeah. But the pressure building from OKC. So far, though, Phoenix equal to it. Got to be honest that Zach Lubin in goal has dealt with everything he's had to. And as much as Phoenix seem like they're tiring, they have blocked the shots, as DeFont has shown. So, yeah, they'll be happy. The coach still be delighted that 2-0 away from home. He's made 7 changes, Patrice Corderon, and they go top of the table of the Western Conference tonight. So far with, 18 minutes plus minus left, Phoenix delighted.
Will be a corner to be played in by Oklahoma City at the restart. We've had a couple of delays here, so could see a fair amount of stoppage time as we will have a change for Phoenix. You wonder if the plans might change with DeFont staying down. A long bit of treatment here. It's his calf, I believe, that is receiving the treatment.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain, so I wonder if he can continue. I guess the referee's saying to him, well, make up your mind, either get off the pitch or continue. You can't just sit there for as long as you want. Yeah, right. Okay, looks like is he gonna give it a try? He's a scorer of the second goal, so he'll be a bit. Oh, it looks like he's really struggling there.
They did have a change prepared with Asante set to come on for Frater, but you might just wonder now with DeFont coming off if maybe they're forced into a change. They do have their usual right back, Devontae Dubose, available. For now, Phoenix will carry on with 10. DeFont limps off. Corner will be whipped in by Angulo. Arriving, there was Ibiaga. Might fall for Chavez. Appeals for hands, not given.
What a good ball in the box there. Caused all sorts of trouble. Unlucky for OKC. It just didn't drop for them, but they're certainly knocking on that door. Here we go again.
Highland sending it along. Ibiaga trying to take it down, but cut out well by Vasquez. Now a counter-attacking opportunity might be on. Cortez getting ahead to it, as it does look like Dubose is stripping up his ball. It's playing into the penalty area. The shot is taken, and it's a third for Phoenix Rising. The substitute, Jason Johnson, coming on. And despite Phoenix being temporarily down to 10 with an injured man, they've gone 3-0 up away from home. And yet more misery for Oklahoma City Energy.
Perfect counter-attack that was. As you say, they're down to 10 men. You think all they're going to do is hold on to the ball. Lovely ball through to Johnson in the middle here. Look at that for a ball. Absolutely brilliant. And a great strike into the corner. Keeper doesn't even move. That's the way you catch someone on the counter-attack. It's been all OKC. And then Phoenix just come flying back and take their one opportunity in that second half.
Well struck there by the substitute Johnson, his third of the campaign. He's off to a terrific start to this season after scoring 13 a year ago. And the 27-year-old Jamaican has been pretty decent since coming on.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Owako as well. It was a lovely ball. He was leaning backwards. He was being closed down. Owako got a perfect ball to Johnson, and he gave it a brilliant strike.
As it is Devontae DuBose who will come on for Mike DeFont. So perhaps a bit of a reshuffling at the back for Phoenix, with the center back DeFont coming off. As I mentioned, Gary did score in the first half for Phoenix. As we did also in the middle of all that have a yellow card from Christian Ibiaga for protesting too much at our referee.
Substitution number 20, Solomon Asante.
As Asante will come on for the confirmed change. Thought maybe Therese Carteron would pull it back.
OKC
the change
substitution
from
number
a
32,
defensive point of view.
Replacing number 9, Jose
Angulo will come off as well. So lots of changes coming in the middle of that hydration break as well, with Asante coming on for Phoenix. Kevon Frater will come on. Frater off, Asante on. Jaime Sia will come on for Jose Angulo. So plenty of changes coming from either team. Phoenix have used their full allotment, and Oklahoma City have just the one more.
Well, this has been a big blow for the OKC fans. They see their team probing, getting back in it, chances around the box, good corners coming, and you felt maybe the goal was going to come for OKC. One counter-attack, brilliantly executed by Owako's pass and Jason Johnson, and it's now 3-0. Devastating for OKC.
Their goal-scoring drought now over 500 minutes. 506.
And we still haven't had a shot on target this match yet, have we?
Don't believe so.
And it's hard to... It wasn't a good first half for OKC, but second half they started playing well, and you thought they're getting back into it.
And there is the Ghanaian Asante who comes on.
9 shots to 0. There you go. There's the stats.
And might it be a fourth for Phoenix, as Jason Johnson was arriving on that back post, but Richard Dixon doing just enough to put him off and preventing the substitute from getting his second.
Number 32, Devontae DuBose, replacing number 4.
Yeah. Phoenix, got to give them credit though. 3-0 up, away from home, 7 changes. They've done really well tonight. No wonder people are talking about them. They're now top of the Western Conference, and got to say they deserve to be there. And they still haven't played their trump card, Didier Drogba. They've kept him on ice for the next game.
Yeah, at the moment, ahead of Sacramento Republic at the top of the Western Conference on goal difference. They'll play Tulsa at the Phoenix Rising Soccer Complex at the weekend, as the cross is sent in. It's a decent one. Sia trying to get something on it. It was Valesky who did, but it is wide and out for the goal kick. As the Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like Carl's Plaques, the Soccer Store, Dental Works and Movie Central, and Flower Boutique in Tuttle. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold.
I just wonder what's going through Valesky's mind. It's his debut. He really wanted to do something today to get OKC out of their slump. Here he is going for the ball now. Nothing's worked for him. He hasn't had opportunities. And he's now with a team that are on an 8-game losing streak. It's a tough one for Valesky, but I still think he can be the man to turn things around for OKC. Just needs a bit of service.
Long ball sent in the direction of Jaime Sia. Just a bit of an awkward step there from Cody Andrews. The ball is played in the direction of Jason Johnson, but looped a bit too far in front of him. And it will be Van Oekel to take, who will certainly be frustrated with the way that the chances have flown in tonight. He's produced some decent saves for Oklahoma City, but not much he can do when there's unmarked defenders on set pieces or counterattacks that send runners straight through the middle of his penalty area.
Yeah, nothing much the keeper can do except try and keep his confidence. Mustn't let it get to him that he's on a losing streak. A lot of people can look back and blame the keeper, but tonight certainly Matt Van Oekel's the one man who's kept OKC in the match until that third goal. That seems to have killed it for OKC, unless they can stage a miracle last 10 minutes.
Ball is launched in towards Valesky. He'll take it on the volley, lofted in there was Dixon, trying to get something on it. Now Highland again. Now Asante can try and play out. They clip it for Lambert. And now Owako. Straight into the chest of Chavez, and now Oklahoma City just trying to summon if at the very least they can leave this game having scored a goal. It's a step in the right direction, even with an 8th successive defeat.
Well, step one would be a shot on target. Are we going to get it? No. We'll start with that. We'll settle for the shot on target, and then we'll settle for the goal. Yeah.
Want to get exclusive video content and photography from across the USL? Make sure to follow the league's official Instagram account at USL Soccer. There is the goalkeeper, Zach Lubin, who wouldn't mind a clean sheet on his first start for Phoenix Rising. As Johnson's going to try and win it out of the air, but Richard Dixon doing just about enough. And it'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. Appeals for handball, not given. I feel like I've said that 5 or 6 times tonight. Surely one of them was a handball.
You know, this is an important last 8 or so minutes for OKC, not because they can necessarily go on and get back into this match, but you want to set the tone for the next game. You don't want to just peter out and give up, and you want to have a go, as you say, maybe get a shot on target, get a goal, at least set the tone for the next match. This one looks like it's dead and buried, but the next one's going to be even more important.
Oklahoma City next match in the second round of the U.S. Open Cup. Next Wednesday night. Find out who their opponent is tonight. The conclusion of first round, mostly featuring either semi-pro or amateur clubs. You see Chris Cortez having a bit too much of Christian Ibiaga there. It'll be a free kick.
Could have been a yellow card. It's been a lot of infringements like that eventually the referee gets fed up, but not to be. Cortez gets led off.
Ross. Last year's U.S. Open Cup, a profitable one for USL, with FC Cincinnati getting all the way to the semifinal. Throwing his launch there by Wakasa. OKC with plenty of numbers forward. Just has not led to too much in the way of quality chances. Alex Dixon has been the inspiration for the positive moments from Oklahoma City. Here's the substitute Ross. Came on as a first half sub for very frustrated Jose Baril. Now giving the ball away there needlessly was Oklahoma City. A man stays down. That's Lambert for Phoenix after the weight of the challenge. Oklahoma City under no obligation to stop play. Here's Chavez. Trying to find the run of John Brown as Lambert stays down. Away by Wakasa, only as far as Highland. They'll play on. Highland's cross is sent in. Cut out well. But again, Justin Chavez to line one up from a long way out, and goal high and wide of the target.
And we didn't get our first shot on target either. I thought that might be the moment. But I think we have to give credit also to Phoenix, is that they've kept it tight, they've closed it down, they haven't given OKC too many opportunities. You could think at 3-0 that they would knock it around and take it easy, but they've been very professional, very well organized. Let's just see where this injury actually happened. I think it's a knee in the thigh, a bit of a dead leg. Always painful.
He does continue to receive treatment. Imagine with these long injury breaks, we might have had a longer stoppage time if the game was a bit more competitive, but 3-0, you're not quite going to get 6 minutes to be added on.
Yeah.
As there is Justin Chavez in the center of the park, who will be our Mass Mutual man of the match. The Energy FC man of the match is brought to you by Mass Mutual of Oklahoma. Justin Chavez put in a decent shift in the center of the park. Funny to say, but could have maybe gone for the goalkeeper, even despite being 3-0 down as well. But there had to have been man of the match. At 3-0 down, it is times difficult at times to pick out an individual performance, but Chavez has done decently.
Oh, certainly for OKC, I would have looked at the goalkeeper as having made 3 or certainly 2 fantastic saves, and another one that would have been absolutely crucial to keeping them in the match until that third goal went in. So, yeah, but that's maybe I'm biased as the next keeper.
You would pick a goalkeeper every match, wouldn't you?
Yep, pretty much.
This is brought to you by Mass Mutual as goal kick finally taken. Does look like Lambert will get set to come on. Phoenix would be down to 10 if he was unable to carry on with their allotment of substitutions all used up, as Brown does well to take it down, but then just loses possession. Awako taking it off him. Asante. Wakasa. Highland doing very well to win the ball back, as Sia might try to catch the keeper off his line or clip it in towards Valesky. Either way, not quite what he had in mind.
Yeah, it's a poor ball into the box. This is the thing about OKC throughout the game. Their qualities, but their final ball's been very poor. It's got to be a ball that gives a striker a chance to get on the end of it. He had no chance there. So that's something that's frustrating. And I'm sure the coach, Steve Cook, will be looking to try and work on that during his training sessions. But ultimately, that's also a skill level. Putting the ball in and making it a good ball is a measure of skill. So something for OKC to work on.
And from a Phoenix point of view, getting the goal, getting professionally the job done. As there you see the tussle there between Johnson and Dixon. Dixon just grabbing at his face. It'll be a free kick for Phoenix and a yellow card as well for the Oklahoma City right back.
Yeah, I think Dixon was trying to avoid the yellow card by saying he got hurt as well, but he was certainly holding on there. But from a Phoenix point of view, Chris, it's just been a perfect day. I mean, you're away from home, a 3-0, what looks like a 3-0 win. You've made 7 changes. The changes that you've made have been positive. Here's a replay of the foul. Let's have a look. You can see number 2 there, and Richard Dixon holding on. You know, it's going to be a yellow every single time, isn't it?
Johnson did have a reach out, though, at Dixon, but it is a yellow for the right back, a 4th of the match for Oklahoma City player, as Asante will clip it in. Might this be 4? Instead, it's Johnson with the looping header high and wide.
And can I just point out that once again, it's a free header in the box for Phoenix Rising. You can't do that if you're defending OKC. Both the first goals were free headers in the box, and now again, there's a lack of discipline there which they're going to need to work on.
Heard some of the supporters in behind the goal shouting for quite a long bit of stoppage time. Some of the delays from Phoenix. As well as flicked on. Dixon going to try and chase it. As it will be Sia who will get on the other end of that bit of service. We have been told there'll be 5 minutes to be added on. Here's Dixon to earn the yellow. And Sia try and clip it in for a runner. There's just no one quite making that run. And the Madrid native Jaime Sia giving the ball for easy work to be taken care of by Zach Lupin.
Yeah, pretty much sums up OKC's night. Nothing really worked for them. They've tried, they've huffed and puffed. They've put in the effort, but just hasn't quite worked out for them. Again, maybe to some extent credit to Phoenix Rising, but I think a lot of it is OKC's own doing.
Asante and Awako exchanging. Lovely turn there from the Ghanaian. Awako's there. See confirmation of 5 minutes to be added on. Asante clipping it up towards Lambert. The Spirit fine to carry on. Here's the overlapping run of Wakasa. This cross cut out by Highland. It will be a corner.
Some lovely play there from Phoenix. Every once in a while they put it together. They look absolutely superb, and that's the quality they have, and they've shown here with their goals tonight. Lovely interpassing, especially from the Ghanaians, and that's Awako Asante. Lovely ability, and again, I think we mentioned it before, Asante, 17 appearances for Ghana. Ghana are a very, very good football nation at that level. If you've played 17 times, you are an extremely good player. And that's the quality Phoenix have.
His ball will fall to Jason Johnson. And another opportunity for the Jamaican to add to his goal-scoring tally. Ball saved by Van Oekel.
Yeah, Matt Van Oekel once again making crucial saves there for OKC. He's had a really good match tonight, and he certainly can go home and say, well, look, there's not much more I can do, guys, you know. I've done my bit.
Corner taken short, as you might expect. Asante is forgetting about the ball there for a second, but at least recover to earn the throw. Phoenix will take plenty of time to deliver this one in. As will be Victor Vasquez, and now confusion about which ball they're going to use. Certainly Phoenix, some very professional tactics to try and kill off the 5 minutes left. And might this scoreless run continue for Oklahoma City? You see their frustration from Ibiaga, the assistant, for not seeing that the ball went out of play.
Well, maybe it didn't. The defense are always going to claim it went out, no matter whether it does or not.
As Vasquez will just clip it in. Highland trying to marshal it out. Just fall in the area for Johnson. Highland doing all to play it off at Johnson and out for the goal kick. Can Oklahoma City summon a chance? Just get the goal so the statistic doesn't climb all the way up to over 510 minutes without a goal in league play. Would finish at 5:19 if the nil remains on the scoreboard.
Well, here's a chance, set piece, knock it long. There's all the big boys going into the box. Might be direct football, but why not with 2.5 minutes left? No point playing it around. Get it in, into the mixer, as they say, into the box, and let's see what happens.
It's Highland to deliver the service. It is lofted in towards that mixer. The header is back across. Well punched out by Lubin. Alex Dixon going to try and maintain possession. He just about does so. Now Chavez with a bit of space. He tried the long distance crack. Now might just be a counter-attacking opportunity on for Phoenix. Sliding challenge comes in there from Dixon. He's already on a yellow. Might he be sent off?
Is he going to get a? He looks like he's going to get a second yet. No, the referee has just realized that he's got one yellow already, perhaps, and he's warning him. Final warning. There's only a minute or two left in the match, so I think the referee...
He reached for the pocket.
He did. I think he realized halfway there that it would be a second yellow, and really it's to send someone off. It's a bad tackle, but I don't think there's anything nasty. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, he's trying to win the ball, and I think Cortez goes down quite rightly to get the foul.
That's a yellow card offense for me.
Yeah, you're probably right. But because it's a second yellow, we sort of go, well, it has to be a really bad second yellow to get sent off.
So another injury break.
He has hurt him by the looks of it, though. Anyway, minutes left. So let's hope Chris Cortez is okay and he can just see off the last couple of minutes.
Scored a hat-trick in the first meeting between these two teams.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's got some nice touches. Hope he's okay.
He's played a couple of decent first-time balls in for Phoenix runners. And wearing the captain's armband tonight. Just look okay. Or at least to limp off. You wonder if maybe Phoenix will play the last few seconds here down a man, or if Cortez can carry on. This will be a free kick. Now Johnson seems pretty eager to go and get his second. He's had a couple of decent chances, but one back by Oklahoma City. Here's Dixon. Sent forward towards the new man, Valesky. And now Ross. There's a run of Highland available and plenty of space. They'll send the cross into the penalty area. Easy work there for Phoenix. Here's Richard Dixon. Left a bit too much of the ball out there for Jason Johnson. He's able to get the ball away. Taken by Cortez. but it had come out for a throw before that.
Seconds left, Chris, to get our shot on target for OKC. Are we going to do it? I've given up on the goal. I just want a shot on target.
Alex Dixon towards the corner flag. Not sure if that was meant to be service or trying to play the ball off the defender and earn a corner, but it'll be a goal kick and might just about have been the last kick of the match. And that it is indeed. Oklahoma City have now been without a goal in 519 minutes. They drop yet another home match by 3-0 to Phoenix Rising.
I've got to say well done to Phoenix Rising. They go top of the Western Conference. Fantastic away win, 3-0. They've played well throughout. They've kept the clean sheet. They've maintained the game. As much as we can say OKC haven't done enough, perhaps we should also say Phoenix have been absolutely impressive. So they go top of the league. Well done, Phoenix Rising.
And it is a positive result. The goals coming from the defenders, DeFont and Farrell. Jason Johnson adding a third in the second half. But for Oklahoma City, the struggles continue. It is an 8th loss in a row. We'll be back for the Centec postgame show right after these messages.
When that hurricane hit, the entire community came together as a whole. It was such an overwhelming response to help others. No one thought that they were going to do this before it happened, and everyone just did it. I think that's the way that human nature should be looked at.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
A well's output is only as strong as landing the production stream. In extreme conditions, call for extreme durability. At Syntec, our engineers understand what matters. That's why we craft centralizers differently than anyone else in the industry. Laser cut from a single piece of special steel alloy. There's only one centralizer this strong. Syntec Centralizers, an international symbol of quality.
Welcome to the Energy FC postgame show brought to you by Centec. Oklahoma City Energy lose an 8th on the bounce by 3-0 to Phoenix Rising, who continue their fantastic record away from home. 3 wins and a draw on their travels. As we're going to bring you the full-time highlights. Chris Whitty and Gary Bailey on commentary. This one here would be the first goal. Service sent in from Rigi and turned in by Joe Farrell.
Yeah, good header from Joe Farrell, but poor marking in the box there by OKC, and that was to haunt them again here. Second goal, this time by Mike DeFonte, and once again, nobody marking the big men in the box.
Yeah, it was a pair of defenders who would score the first 2 goals in this one. Another chance would fall to the feet of Phoenix Rising. Attempt Kevon Frater, a decent save produced by Matt Van Oekel, as he would again here from Victor Vasquez.
Yeah, keeper with 2 great saves just before halftime to keep his team in it. And again there as well, another good save, and you thought maybe it's going to set OKC up to get a goal back.
It's good service in there from Highland, dealt with by the defender, and Gulo's header going wide. And there was just that glimpse. Maybe Alex Dixon was onside. He did put it past the goalkeeper Lubin, but the flag went up.
Yeah, it was a hairline decision, but we've got to assume that the assistant referee got it right. Frustrating for OKC.
Another corner there as Valesky and Lubin would come together.
Yeah, Lubin doing well time and time again. Brave goalkeeper, good saves, keeping his team with a clean sheet.
And DeFont getting injured there on that deflection. You see there he stays on the pitch. The service are coming towards Angulo, but well cut out there by Farrell. And here would be the third for Phoenix Rising. The ball played to Jason Johnson, and with his left, slots it past Van Oekel.
Yeah, Walker with a fantastic pass, Johnson with a finish, wonderful counter-attack, another opportunity just at the end, and Phoenix Rising winning this comfortably in the end.
Yeah, he had a few for a second. Here would be another one, again saved by Van Oekel. Plenty of power behind that shot. One last go in the mixer, punched away by Lubin. And there you see it, 0 shots on target for Oklahoma City Energy to Phoenix's 10 on the day. very much the dominant side, Phoenix Rising.
Wow, that's frustrating. 11 shots, not one on target. Phoenix 17 shots, 10 on target, 3 goals. So lots of work for OKC to do. They huffed and puffed, but if you don't get shots on target, guess what? You're not going to score.
And Oklahoma City Energy dropped this one by 3 goals. Nailed. Their next match at home will be Saturday, May 19th against Colorado Springs. You can check it out at the TAF Stadium, Saturday, May 19th. Get your tickets at energyfc.com. That'll do it for us. Chris Whittingham, Gary Bailey signing off for this one. The goals from Phoenix coming in the first half from Mike Tafont and Joe Farrell. The goal in the second half coming from Jason Johnson. For Oklahoma City Energy, it is an 8th successive defeat. It is 519 minutes without a goal. Plenty of work for Steve Cook and the management staff to do to change their fortunes. Frustrations mounting for Oklahoma City Energy. They dropped this one by 3-0.
This telecast of United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.